For the fans of crime thrillers, the new series of Apple TV Plus is a must-watch. Starring Elizabeth Moss, Shining Girls impresses both viewers and critics alike. As IndieWire puts it, the show isn't a whodunit crime series, it's a howdunit, and trust us, it ain't pretty, it's raw, it's upsetting, and most importantly, it's real. As in, it happens every day. So without making you more curious, let's get down to it. First off, a series overview. Shining Girls is a mind-boggling series. We won't lie, it'll confuse, bewilder, and frustrate you to no end. Still, you'll be glued to the screen and can't let go. RIP in advance for your nails because they won't survive this nail-biting ordeal. This Apple TV Plus series is adapted from the novel of the same name. The South African author Lauren Becks birthed this 2013 crime drama novel, but the series sharpens its plot. The show comprises 8 comprehensive episodes and stars Elizabeth Moss in the titular role. Supporting her, we have Jamie Bell, Wagner Moura, and Philippa Soo as the most prominent characters. The plot follows a 1980s newspaper archivist, Kirby Mizrachi, played by Moss. Kirby is still recovering from a violent assault, but when a victim is killed in the same manner as her attack, she takes charge of investigating. Alongside a washed-up reporter, Dan, we travel with her to see the story unfold. Shining Girls combines investigative journalism, PTSD, and a chilling serial killer. We admit serial killers are all the rage in crime dramas these days. So what's new in this show? Well, this killer, Jamie's character, is a time traveler. He travels through time, stalking his victims for life until he kills them. While that might be confusing as heck, but the series ingenuously combines the multiverse trope with modern-day crimes. The show's mystery generates from the perspective. We see everything unfold from Kirby's point of view, which doesn't make much sense, but that's the whole point. Shining Girls wants to show you how traumatic events leave sufferers disoriented. Nothing makes sense anymore, and the familiar is now alien. Moss's character shows this by sometimes having a pet cat, other times it's a dog. Previously a rock star, now her mother is a devout Christian. What's more, one day she comes home to a husband she never knew she had. Moving along, the familiar villain who lives among us. We'll fangirl over Elizabeth's ever-perfect severity a bit later, but first, we've got to discuss Jamie and his role. In the novel, the creepy serial killer Harper Curtis chooses ordinary women with bright futures as his victims. They are his Shining Girls, till he dims their light. On the other hand, the show changes the Shining Girls aspect by showing any girl can be preyed on. Harper is a World War I veteran with a never-ending bloodlust. He's shown as such a charming person, seductively charismatic, yet deeply vile. Forget Wolf, he's a hungry hyena in sheep's clothing. Many abused individuals may be too familiar with his stalking psychological games, creepy phone calls, and disturbing stares. The show may hit too close to home for such victims, but hear this, people like this live among us. That's the thing about serial killers that this show reflects perfectly. Not gonna lie, Bell's performance is a piece of art. He shows how the predatory men are so nonchalant about their cringe activities. They think it's just playing, nothing too harmful. But girls are well aware of how these little pranks can leave long-lasting traumatic marks. Now, let's discuss the powerhouse that's Elizabeth Moss. Elizabeth's portrayal of the assault victims is what'll hook you immediately. She's desperate, in agony, frightened yet angry. The anger of what happened to her fuels her fire to find her assailant. We've seen how quickly the world turns on attack casualties, saying they did something to invoke it. Lizzie Moss shows all that to us painfully well. Her warped, ever-shifting reality unwillingly makes us question her too. Maybe she's wrong, but no, she's not. Moss is no stranger to such roles. Her acting in The Handmaid's Tale, The Invisible Man, Mad Men, and Top of the Lake were majestic. Calling her the queen of trauma wouldn't be a lie at all. She cemented herself in the crime suspense genre, and we can't get enough of her. We're in awe that despite doing similar projects again and again, she manages to deliver something entirely new every time. Don't know about you, but we'd say give her all the awards for this versatility. Not only acting, she's been polishing her directing skills as well. She took on the director's seat for 5 episodes of The Handmaid's Tale. She went behind the screens again for her current project's 5th and 7th episodes. You'd be interested to know she was the one who directed her own assault scene. She didn't get too graphic, but delivered the heart-stopping sequence to perfection. Yes, the plot of Shining Girls might be convoluted for some, but watch it just for Elizabeth and Jamie's cat and mouse game and you won't regret it. And now, are we getting a season 2? Phew! We managed to get through the show without giving you any spoilers. Just one thing, the season finale is gripping. So what's next for Shining Girls? Thanks to Elizabeth, we may have some hope for season 2. The actress doesn't believe the finale should be the story's end. She believes there's more to tell. Hear this. According to Liz, season 1 was just an introductory landscape. In season 2, we'll have some fun. Maybe the Dark Lady's idea of fun doesn't quite match ours. course. Shining Girls was already a punch to the gut with all the women targeting. Many people believe it's high time such a storyline should be dropped and more uplifting projects should replace them. However, the opposite thought group believes we have to address these frequent crimes to create awareness. The lead star does admit the next step for her character is pretty vague. Sorry for the mild spoiler, but yes, she's survived the finale. Currently, Elizabeth is busy filming The Handmaid Season 5, but she's down to return whenever the showrunners want. We'll have to wait and see for the next concoction if Season 2 plans go through. In other related news, The Handmaid's Tale Season 5 is dropping. Speaking of Lizzie's most popular show, Season 5 is coming soon. On Hulu's Emmy-winning series will pick up from its cliffhanger ending. Moss's June has some consequences to face. The official synopsis for the season states June has to answer for her abuser's murder, while his widow Serena is working to increase her influence. 2 photos from the filming were recently made available to us. One shows Serena in a black mourning attire, but a sinister smile on her face. The other shows June in her bob cut, sporting an intense look. Right now, we have a release date of September 12th, 2022, so better mark your calendars. But even if you don't, we'll know your curiosity will drag you to the screens. Initially, we'll have 2 episodes, but you can catch weekly streaming every Wednesday. Blessed be the fruit. Up next, Apple TV Plus is sticking with serial killers in Blackbird. Looks like Apple TV is not done with serial killers just yet. Its new project Blackbird features one as well. However, this time it's based on a true story. The real-life James Keene co-wrote a book, In with the Devil, narrating his experiences. This book serves as a major inspiration for the new show. Kingsman Taron Egerton is taking the lead role as a drug runner looking for a confession from a serial killer, aka Paul Walter Hauser. You might know him from I, Tonya or Cruella. This show does a similar back-and-forth timeline transition as Shining Girls, but there's no multiverse here. Taron's Jimmy Keene just wants a reduced life sentence by coaxing a confession from Larry Hall. It has some cliche and overused plot lines, but the intriguing story might make you invested. It's an ongoing series that made its debut on July 8th, so if you hurry, you can catch the train to the prison and see the crime drama unfold. Finally, what's Jamie Bell up to? Now, we are not done with thrillers just yet. After his mind-blowing performance in Shining Girl, Bell is sticking to this genre. You can see him next alongside The Crown's Claire Foy in Strangers. Again, a novel adaptation, it takes after Taichi Yamada's award-winning novel. This movie is a horror and stars the versatile Andrew Scott. You may be fond of him as Fleabag's hot priest or the snake-like Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes series. We bet he's bringing another power-packed performance, and we just can't wait to see more. Andrew's Adam will accompany the Normal People star Paul Mescal's Harry. We'll see Scott as a screenwriter in this movie who starts warming up to his neighbor Harry. This budding friendship will take him back to his ancestral home, where he'll find his dead parents alive. And that's not all. His parents, Foy and Bell, look the same age as they did on their death 30 years ago. Since it's a horror, expect loads of paranormal activities, jump scares, and a riveting climax. Andrew Haigh will take the directorial seat on this one, but the Shining cast has us excited. Unfortunately, the cast is currently being finalized, so there's no release date in sight. All this anticipation of thriller movies and their plots might drive us nuts, so let's put a corkscrew on it. And that's a wrap on this video. Are you looking forward to seeing the stomach-curling Shining Girls? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more similar content. We'll see ya in the next one.